Okay, I'm going to do a little short review on my Nikon COOLPIX underwater camera. I bought this camera back in July. It's November. I'm sorry, June, and it's November now. Not this particular one. I actually bought originally I bought one, and I am in Jamaica, and I take it out diving with me. And when I went on my trip, the trip was in July. I think it was July into August, and I took it out like 3 or 4 times and took pictures and took some video, and the camera did well. The videos were pretty clear, the pictures were clear underwater, but then this fogging thing started happening, and I realized that water was getting inside, and so the last couple of days I was here, I wasn't able to get some of the underwater stuff I wanted to do because of this particular instance of water seeping into the back of the viewfinder. So I took it back to Best Buy, and I was within, I think, my 30 days or 90 days or whatever it was that they gave me another camera, and gave me an opportunity to buy a warranty. And I think the warranty, well, first of all, let me say the camera was about $170. 170? 270. I think it was 270. Anyway, the opportunity to buy a warranty on it the second time was kind of cool, because after that first experience, I figured it was probably worth the money, and I believe it was $35 for the warranty, which if I had a problem with the second one, that I could bring it back and just swap it out for a new one, which I did. And so this is the new one. I'm sorry, that's not the new one. That's the one that they gave me in place of the first one. So here I am in November, 4 months later, and again, same basic thing happened. I was able to take it out a couple of times in the water, and I'm just snorkeling, I'm not diving. It says on here that it is waterproof up to 59 feet right there, and I'm not going 59 feet when I'm snorkeling. In fact, I'm going probably not more than about 15 feet, and there is a locking mechanism on the battery, both the battery and the SD card right here, and it's virtually impossible not to lock it, because it does a clicking noise. And if I had 3 hands, I could show how it works, but basically you have to push a button. You have to be proactive, push the button and unlock it, and when you do that, it makes a clicking noise, and the battery and the SD card are inside this case. And on the inside part of this, there is a gasket, rubber gasket, that makes this waterproof. But apparently the first one failed, and apparently the second one failed, because the case, the cover was definitely closed every time I go out, without a doubt. So I ended up with this fogging thing, and even to the point where you can see water. See that? See that water just has saturated the inside of that viewfinder, and including the front one too, which I didn't notice until I started the video. It's really hard to see because of the reflection, but there is water. Let me see if I can do this. Anyway, there's fogging and water on the front viewfinder as well as the back one. And the only way that's going to happen, in my mind, is that if water is getting through that gasket. So I don't know if the gaskets are failing on me or something different. I did notice the last time I went out, you're able to push the on and off button while you're in the water, so that you can carry the strap around your neck, and when you want to take a picture or video, you can turn it on or you can turn it off in the water. And as I turned it on the last time, or turned it off, I noticed little tiny bubbles coming up from around the square here, and that kind of concerned me, because if you have bubbles, that means water is getting in. But I couldn't imagine that they would build a camera where this wasn't waterproof as well. But I believe if it's not that gasket that's on here, that O-ring that covers that, then it must be from there. That's my suspicion, is that the bubbles, because they were coming from there, caused this water to saturate the inside of the camera. So it's basically ruined. When I get back home to Atlanta, I am going to take it back to Best Buy, and I will get an exchange for another one. It'll be my third one that I've had, and not sure what to do about that. Maybe I'll put it on Craigslist and sell it, trying to get most of my money back and get a better camera. The GoPro are becoming very popular now. The GoPro is everybody knows about them. They're very expensive. They're the $400 or $500 range, and I wasn't willing to spend that much money. But I think if that camera is going to perform better, that I probably will kick in the extra $150, $200 and buy the GoPro, rather than have one that keeps on failing. And I like Nikon. In fact, I have a couple of Nikon cameras, other types, not water camera, but I have a couple of other ones which I really like. So I'm kind of bummed out that Nikon is making this defective product. Well, it's been defective for me anyway. And they say the third time is a charm, but based on these two experiences, I'm not really feeling it. So anyway, you can do what you want, but I would suggest not getting this camera based on my two experiences, and that's unfortunate, because I don't like to give a bad review. I'd rather give a good one. But there you have it. Anyway, I gotta get back to Atlanta in a couple days, and I hate to leave here.